We've all had lunch and we've taken the lights down, so we're gonna have story time with Caroline right now. All right. Kim Adonisio wrote, "Poems aren't products. Poems are what you make when you experience life in a certain way, alive to yourself and the world, observant of inner and outer reality, and connected to language." To create true poetry, you don't have to rhyme or count syllables or even end with words on a page. To create poetry, all you have to do is love language and use it to connect with the world around you. I'm not here today to ask the question, what if we all wrote sonnets all day? I'm here to ask the question, what if we were all poets? Poets choose their words carefully. When writing a poem, poets can't be frivolous with their language. Poets look for exact, perfect words that fit into each individual circumstance. In searching for that word, poets look at both the connotative and denotative meanings. They think about how the word will be perceived by others. And they ask themselves how the words interact with the languages around them and how the phrases sound together. If we were all poets, we would take so much more care when selecting the words we use. We wouldn't jump to say the first response that popped into our minds. We would think about what we really wanted to say and how to best convey that message. We would understand each other better, and miscommunication would be a thing of the past. Poets take time to observe the world. Going back to the Kim Adonisio quote, poets are alive to themselves in the world. They are observant of inner and outer reality. At their root, poets are observers first. They find ways to take a closer look at the world around them. They pay attention to their own feelings and actions, as well as the feelings and actions of others. If we were all poets, we would all take the time to really observe the world and the people around us. We could understand each other better. We would take the time to notice how people are affected would only improve our interpersonal communication and strengthen our relationships with people. Observing the world also means that we better understand how the world affects ourselves. This would improve our interpersonal communication, and we would understand ourselves better. Taking more time to observe the world also means noticing what is and isn't working within it. We can work to notice small, easy fixes, like moving a recycling bin from a forgotten corner to a high traffic spot. However, we can also use our skills of observation to come up with better, smarter ways to change the entire face of environmentalism. Taking time to observe the world means making the world a smarter, better place. Poets use metaphors to better understand and make connections in our world. By connecting seemingly different objects or ideas, poets are able to paint a more vivid picture to their reader. These connections help the reader understand or see something that was difficult to comprehend. Ideas like love and death are often unpacked in this way. If we were all poets, everyone would be overjoyed to try and explain complex ideas, situations, and people. In doing so, we would make connections between those things in our lives that are familiar and comforting and those that are strange and different. We would all come to understand that nothing is so different and unimaginable that it is not worth understanding. Imagine if conflicting cultures took the time to educate each other on their respective customs and traditions before going to war. Everything in this world is connected, and knowing this can only give us a deeper understanding of the world around us. Though not everyone claims to be a poet, everyone has the opportunity to become one. This doesn't mean you have to write romantic sestinas with quill by candlelight with storm brewing outside. This just means you have to understand that language and the world aren't utilitarian things. I believe that if everyone took the time to really look at the world around us if everyone took the time to use words and ideas to understand and teach what they have seen, if everyone took the time to employ the range and power of language at our fingertips, if we were all poets, the world really would be a better place.